Davis, she had the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put horse and a van through she. They can put here call and then Miss D had the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put horse and a van through she. They can put here call and she tell me pre smart pre better. Get your own damn place so you prefer it. Dear me wife of his sign up letter. NHD them a real trend setter. Plus me don't get a youth of a member. The son just on table in December. And she look construction too. She will be the host for you and you get it well rendered. David, she are the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put house and a van through she. They can put a call and Miss D are the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put house and a van through she. They can put a call and she now start it and left you there. Me I tell your brother, yes, she well prepared. And if you're meeting enough farmer bangarang, she give you lawyer, brother, pay your fear. She are the best RS agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care bad mind them, just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement house. Now me house that I build up on the high, me and save some money gone up in the sky from. Baby Claudia, me say me nah lie, man. Have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for me life, say me son him off he flies up. Hypocrite pagan while we die, but no can't stop Claudia Davis don't try. Every day another house gone I Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put house and a van through she. They can put a call and Miss D are the real big woman. Which she coulda never go wrong with she. They can put house and a van through she. They can put a call and yeah man, you know. It's Claudia Davis. Pick up yourself. That's a like, subscribe, and share. Claudia Davis. And get your house anywhere. Just be prepared without no fear.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. I'm Tony Ann, and Mom, Miss Davis, she's having a little bit of a technical challenge. I'm actually trying to help her log in. Um, Seems she's having a connection issue. One moment. Let me just try and talk to her. Are you hearing me? Not hearing. Hearing me? Sorry about that. I was muted.
Okay, so you're hearing me?
Yes.
All right, good. Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties. However, Tony, I'm not seeing my everything is not loaded for me actually.
You're still able to connect on your computer?
I'm on my computer now, yes.
Okay.
Not seeing the messages though, so. Morning, everybody.
You're not seeing the messages?
No. This is not loaded yet.
No, they're loaded.
Oh, for me.
Can you see them on the screen?
No. I can't see a sidebar. Why am I seeing a sidebar? With a pink.
Open your window to the full extent of your screen.
I'm seeing um what's this on what's this pink and red and white.
Pink, red, and white. I don't know what you're talking. What you can do is use your cell phone and just take a picture of your screen and send to me, and I'll try and see what you're referring to.
I don't know what's happening this morning. Could be the rain. Morning, everybody. I'm not seeing your chat, but you can put in your questions. Remember, we're on YouTube Live, so this is where we answer your questions on money, finance, and real estate. And of
Oh,
course,
that's
any other
the
thing.
chat.
Huh?
That is the chat box. It's not loading for you. So the chat box is the two blank windows that you have there. The white one and the pink one are actually the chat box.
Okay. And if I come out now, I might not get back in.
You can just refresh it, but maybe you don't want to do that. Just refresh your link at the top.
Okay.
It's gonna take you out for a minute and then it should bring you back in.
Yay! I need to get my glasses. Okay. Yes, the technology is beating me. Good morning. Yes, I'm seeing Monica. Sorry for the late start, everybody. I'm having some technical challenges here, but I think I'm good to go now.
All right. We've had several persons saying good morning. We had Lexi G, Rosebud, Judy, Maxine, Lorna, Shakira, Joy, Skeeter Walker.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes. Horse Dead Co Fat, Currency, Farah, sorry, Andrea, David. Everyone's there. Fire You, Dancehall Entertainment. Everybody's up early.
Yeah, that's good. I wonder if it's the rain or everybody's up early.
Uh,
And the skies are so dark.
I know it's been raining since 3 a.m. It actually woke me up. I heard all this thunder rolling. I was like, what is going on?
But it was rolling from about 10 o'clock.
Really? Last night?
Yeah.
Hmm. I didn't hear it at 10.
You didn't hear? Oh, yeah, it was rolling.
Yeah. And I did laundry, so like my efforts are in vain because everything is now on the line wet. uh,
Yeah, well, that is because you take for yourself and leave. If you me have dryer.
and the worst thing that I hand washed it up. Oh my gosh.
Hand wash for you.
It was not fun.
No. So you gotta move back now, just use the wash and the dryer.
I know, right? I don't think you understand the effort I placed into hand washing yesterday. I soaked them all morning and then I came home in the evening and washed and put them all on the line. And then only to hear that they get wet this morning, I felt really defeated. Like, what was the point?
And
I
it's
should,
gonna rain all day actually.
yeah, I should just pack up my bungalow and bring them to you to wash.
Yeah, put them up and bring them. Yes. And that way, you can watch Netflix, scroll your phone,
I know,
while
right?
idleness, sleep. I tell you, you must get with modern living. I tell you and tell people, some things are just overrated. Like, move it out. Oh, I gotta move out. I gotta move out. Need my independent. Need my independent. Oh, yeah, right. Want to struggle. Well, I was pushed out, but I mean, if you have a choice, everybody, why you want to move out of your comfortable house, man? Come on.
Currency Walk says NY getting cold, or as New York. Can you imagine? But no rain. That's good so far. David says Chester Creek is available to view today, guys, and like yesterday too.
I
That's
was there yesterday. Um,
You went to Chester Creek, Mom?
yeah, I was there yesterday.
Is it nice?
It was nice, and I'm thinking of how I can build something similar,
It's
but
what I
double,
told
double, right? Because it's a what we call a townhouse. It's joined, so threes. I think they're joining threes. My memory served me right. It was nicely decorated by active traders.
you.
Um, they gave you recess lights, which is a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that they're improving the football field, but it's going to be shared with the wider community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Football field and I think a jogging trail, all of those are shared with a wider community.
Mm-hmm.
What's the price, everybody? 32 mil. Where's the 32 mil? Oh, consider buying a Palmetto Pines I'm building. Oh, we are gonna have some houses coming out. Some other houses coming out on St. John's Road. What's it starting again, Tony? Are those 25 mil?
I don't remember.
There are 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, I think. Need to look it up. But you soon see I send out those coming out. Get a little bit more land space. Tony, I'm gonna send you some of the pictures that I took of it yesterday.
Okay.
You can share as you like. Um, there's a young lady walking in the first one, but I think she's from Chester Creek. So you're supposed to catch her. I just snapped her. It's a really beautiful picture. I must ask them if I can put it up for them. I don't know. The camera was just so good to me yesterday. And normally I went to photography school and I got everybody. I did go to photography school, I'm telling you. She's just a Greek. I tried to know. And our stride. Nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, the front of the house looks really nice.
Yeah. The only thing missing is a porch. And I thought that I've given a little overhang something,
Yeah, but you can put those little ones that we saw at
Yeah.
at the front, because I feel like the door is gonna get wet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the door is gonna be damaged. I just feel that way.
Nice though.
There's a landscape going on. You're showing everybody. Talking to ourselves. Naku Jam, yes, he said he joined a little late. You asked me for updates on Ecostead and Riverstead. Viewing is from 10 to 4. Okay. Ecostead. Surveyors should be out there from yesterday. I need to make a phone call this morning. I need to make it. We're trying to see where the roads are going to be and so on, because we need to fall some trees. We need for the contractors to be able to see what type of terrain, and well, they can know from a topo, but in terms of, is it marl, is it rock, is it sand, is it clay, what it is that they're going to be working on. So I'm trying to get that done. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to. So the survey is kind of just giving us an idea of the road alignment, right? I'm still waiting on the parish council for a document, but that we can do. So waiting on trying to get the road alignment with the pegs to see what trees need to be found. I know we have guango trees, lots of those. And I know we have a tree called, what did he call it again? Deem, Tony? Deem? Deal?
Yeah, I think it's
I want to
Dooley.
use deal. Tree called deal. We have lots of those trees. He did tell us another one, but I don't remember.
I wrote them down, you know.
You wrote them down?
Yeah, but I think it's in your WhatsApp. I wrote them.
Uh, and I think it was Birdie who gave us the idea about Coleman. So lining up lumbermen. So once the road is in and I can see where I'm going, then I am getting out there. Hopefully that's not next week because the surveys are in and they're going along with the road, right? I can get in there with the men. This is a lumberman and the coalman, the lumber company and the coalman to fall the trees that are in the way. Also, I want to save some. So we have bananas, we're planting, we have coconut, we have what else is on the land? And some we have woolly palm trees. So I'm thinking of saving the suckers. So I need to activate some other men to save the suckers and figure out where the common zone is. Ah, Tony, how you think make my picture look so? My thing looks so.
Oh,
That's a Chester Creek. That's a model unit. And that's one of their fabulous employees. Tony will show you some other pics of it. So they gave you molding around the door and the windows, which is a very good touch.
mm-hmm.
You have your overhang or your cantilever, very good. So at least upper elevation windows won't get any rain like that. They also seem to be giving you gutter system to keep most of the water controlled off the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Only little thing I think they should have probably given you over something, a awning or something over the door. All right. But you can put that in when you get in.
If you're allowed to. Remember, it's a gated community.
I'm sure they'll come together and allow that. If it's something necessary for the common person, everybody in common, then
Mm-hmm.
it should be okay. You have another pick to share?
Let's see if I can share it.
And I didn't plan to go there, no. I was actually passing with a workman to go to Passage Fort because I have a house that I'm selling as well in Passage Fort. And we were going to Passage Fort to clean it up, actually. So we end up skipping through there to coming from what's the other one that we have? Westport. I can't see that, Tony. That's a layout, but that's unless you can zoom. Can you zoom?
Mm,
Oh, go to the right.
just
They're,
zoom one.
so they're at phase one. They finished selling phase one, she said, which is that one, right? So that's a football field that's going to be shared with the wider community.
So that's
Uh,
inside the gated or outside of the gated, the football field.
outside of the gated. Your entrance is right beside the football field there, so coming in. So that's
Here.
phase one, yes. And it's number one that is the model unit. I can't see the numbers, but the number is the top left. You can scroll some more
This one?
or put your mouse over it so they can see. To the left, go to the right now. Yeah, that
This
one.
one.
Is your mouse over it? I don't see your mouse.
Oh, yeah, but you probably can't see it.
All right, so the very first one, top left, that's number one, right? That was a model unit. So they're basically framed up. It appeared to me all of phase one. Go back to the right. So that's one of the entrances right there. Phase one, scroll down. And as you can see, the houses tend to be in threes. So two persons will get a corner and one person get a middle. They're now entering phase two, that tell me. So if you're buying now, I figure you're going to be buying in phase two.
Some of them are fours too.
Oh, some are fours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And some of them are just two. I guess it depends on the space or the land.
Yeah. Yeah. So you scroll down. So they're going to how many phases? Is it 4 phases? They're going to 4 phases.
You know what is phase seven? What is 7?
All right, 7, I think there's some commercial that's existing, I think, that they're trying to regularize. I think that's what he said. And then that is another park, again, shared with the wider community.
Okay.
They're doing an infill, right? Which means things were there existing before they came. So they incorporate everything in their design.
Mm-hmm.
So them kind of upgrade the place. So there's a wall going right around. They've started the wall already. And I'm driving, I can see the wall. Not yet complete, but it's the intention. Where are the other pictures? Did I send them to you?
You did, but you sent me on WhatsApp and then trying to
No.
load and share them online. It's all challenge.
All right. So bedroom, which bedroom this now?
Master?
No. The back bedroom is bigger.
Okay.
Back bedroom is bigger.
Did they use the doors that you like, Mom?
Yeah, the doors are the casing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a picture of one there. Everything is about design and styling. So this was done by active traders. So if you notice, what's the color scheme? A more 3-point color scheme going on here. Definitely green is a 10%. All right. So everybody, Tony and I did a stint in interior decorating as well. With a whole heap of things in there, whole heap of things. From money for education and training, right? So one of the things you learn is balance in color theory. Color theory tells us that the room must have 60-30-10. So 60% of one color, 30% of another color, 10% of another color. I usually try and spot the 10% first because that's the easiest one to spot. What's the 10%, everybody? Tony, you don't tell them. Somebody give me the 10%. You also learn about elements and this and that. So you learn about texture, you learn about lines, you learn about, so the texture in this, the texture could be the headboard and the top of the side piece look like kind of roughy, right, Tony?
Yeah, she's also providing texture in the bedspread.
In the bedspread, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the light fixture.
Right. You learn about lines too. So lines for this one is in your picture frame. It's in your headboard.
All the lines that seem to be horizontal.
Horizontal. Even the drapes. They
Yeah.
went horizontal, not drapes. Those are
lines. Yeah. She did
horizontal.
The green on the nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
And lines on the photograph.
Right. You learn about other things like the what's it called? Earth stuff. So like wood, metal, glass. Those are the things, elements. I don't remember what are they called, elements? Trying to remember. But we did it some time ago. But what I distinctly remember is color theory. So where's the 10% in this? Somebody give me an answer.
Alea says headboard is 10%, paint is 60%.
Give me the color. It's a color theory now. Color theory says 10% of the room must be in that color. And it's not just walls alone, it's everything. The bedspread, the cushions, the lamp, everything. So 10% must be in a color, 30% next color, and 60% the other color. Which color are you seeing the least of? That's what you want to look for, the 10%. The next one is the 30%. Which one is creating the 30%, giving it the balance? And then the 60% dominance. The 10% is easy, but the rest seems, let me see.
There seems to be, is that cream? I'm not even sure if that's cream. But there's obviously that gray going on as well.
Well, the 10% is a green in the cushion. That much is sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then
if you pull out the yellow for the cushion, the wall is yellow, and the lamp, maybe that's the 30%.
30% might be the gray.
What gray? I don't see no gray. What's gray?
The headboard.
Headboard, they look brown.
Brown? Well, it could be. On my screen, it looks gray. So does the artwork.
Okay.
The lamp base and the nightstand top looks gray to me.
Right. So the 10% is a teal. Yeah, Sharika got it. 10% is a teal. You guys are seeing gray. Okay. So the gray is 30 and the cream is 60. Yes. So the cream is 60. The walls are cream there.
Or like a light yellow.
Nightstand and the lamp and what else? And some of the cushion is also cream. They would say the cream is 60. What is gray? Don't see any gray. What you guys call gray? What is in gray?
The picture.
Parts of the picture. Mm-hmm.
The headboard.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you got it. So the color scheme here is teal, gray, and cream. That's the color scheme. So in the color scheme theory, they want you to go with 3 colors. Right? 10% for one, 30% for one, and 60% for another. Lorna thinks that cream is 10%. No, not with all those walls being cream, can't be 10%. Maybe if one wall was cream. All right, let me see the next picture. So this is really about decorating. How many of us bedrooms look like this? Ouch. Just moving.
Not even. Mom, I'm not seeing like you taking the pictures of like the kitchen or anything like that.
I'm not telling so much people didn't have a place.
Oh, let's see if I can find out a picture. Oh, I see the living room. One sec.
Oh, it's foggy. I was upstairs. I was trying not to get anybody. Person in red works there. So this is the living room. When you're moving, you can put your TV on the wall. Dining room is pretty close. The kitchen is across from it. I don't think I have any more pictures. Those pictures maybe of the other bedroom.
Mm-hmm. The room is nice though, simple, not too crowded with what they've designed.
The only thing I thought that there was not enough storage, but yes.
That seems to be.
I'm not sure if they allow you to do an addition. I'm not sure about that.
Is there any backyard space?
Just a little.
Okay.
Somebody said they're not seeing the teal. The teal is in the cushion. Show the bathroom, Tony. Where's what happened to the bathroom?
All right, coming. find it.
Bathroom is there, man. And the other bedroom is there. Show the other bed. Hold on. Anybody have asking any questions? Yeah, we need to keep looking at that. There's a picture there without meaning of the bathroom. They gave a bath in the bathroom and a shower in the other one. So the master, that one have the shower. Because I guess them said the old people them can't live up them foot to way. Nicely done. It was nicely done. And they gave
If you can make it upstairs, you can lift up your foot.
and they gave a casement window in the bathroom, which was a nice touch. Um, when you do construction, you learn about windows as well. You're gonna learn about all of those things in my book as well. This book turning out like a textbook in a Tony. But it's gonna have a workbook as well. So you also get to work the maths, you get to do all of that with the book, right? And it will have a companion course. I like how they did there. I'm looking back at the front pictures and I like how they did there. The stones in the front with the grass and the stepping stone. So it's not a it's some hardscape going on there. Again, I learned that in interior design. So you have hardscape, I have softscape, right?
Mhm.
So hardscape are like your concrete benches, your floors, pots, pavers, and so on. Hardscape. So I like how they did the outside. Very simple. The bathroom is up. Only I'm just looking at the bathroom right from the door. The only thing I thought with this design was that the toilet should not be the first thing I see as I enter the bathroom. Tony, show the top down pic. All right. So this is the same. Is it the same bathroom? No, it's a different bathroom, right? So this bathroom is the one with the shower stall, Tony. So
Mhm.
as you enter, you're looking at the toilet. I think the toilet should have been to the left, and that cabinetry with the base should have been on the wall where the toilet is, where the toilet is.
I think they switched it around because you wouldn't the cabinet wouldn't have been as big and it's very bulky, so it would have been hard to get into the shower that they put there.
No, I wouldn't. I've been. Look at the shower. Shower is massive. There's no stumbling with the shower.
Well, we can't say that it's massive from here, but how do you get into the shower?
You
Right by
get
the
into the
toilet?
shower. You get into the shower to the right. So the orientation of the bathroom, I think, should have been similar to Camelot, where when you open the door from the master, you're looking at the face basin, and then you turn to the right, and you're in the shower.
Yeah, but from the picture, the length of the shower is not the same length as Camelot.
Yes, it is. Go to the shower and you'll see.
There is no more pictures.
There are.
Not that you said to me.
Mhm. I sent you 11 pictures, man.
11. Let me see.
All right, let me send you the shower picture.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it now. Gotcha. Seeing it.
That face basin could have that tempered glass is 30. Is 30. 30 inches, I'm sure. And the cabinetry is only 24 inches.
Okay.
So they could have more than done that. But I think it's a man design this. No woman would design a bathroom with a toilet looking at you when you enter. Yeah, the toilet should have been to the left. So therefore, if you enter, you and your husband and he's on the throne and you enter, you see him right there. And then there's an upstairs bathroom, you can't even change it. But such is to those of you buying, maybe you could ask for to change that, not go around. Who build them? We can.
Mhm.
So good
Yeah,
morning.
but I think for the most part, it's not gonna bother most people.
Most persons, it would certainly bother me.
Because I mean, that's a private bath. It's not like it's the hall bathroom.
It would bother me because I don't want to walk and see this toilet every time I open the door. Besides, for me, it's as if I'm walking around the bath, walking around this toilet. And why you want the toilet tucked away too? You're stepping out of the shower, you have to stretch over the toilet to get to your towels. That's not practical. Not practical. It needs to be the other way around. Just like Gore got it right. So I think they need to do some collaboration here. They gave you a multi-shower. That's good. Easy to change when it goes bad. You don't have to dig up the whole wall. And as I said, they gave you what that window is called, a casement window. Show them the other bedroom now, Tony. Let me see if they can get the color scheme. Color theory. Color theory. Next picture.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Remember, this is YouTube Live. We're really here to answer your questions on money, finance, and real estate. That dig down Gore and I keep saying Gore, Matalan, we can't. Keep saying Gore because I was at a Phoenix actually as well. So there we do have a Phoenix on sale. 2 beds, 1 bath, 31 million. All right. Tony, you couldn't get that lady out of it. Well, we can't really see her face still, which is good. What color theory are they using in this one? This one is pretty easy to spot. What is it? What is a 10%, first of all? 10% is, somebody drop it in the chat. Any color you want, call it. Sharika says, looking forward to the book, Miss D. I'd love to understand the process of construction. Yeah, it's not difficult once you understand. It's just like fraction or anything else. If I drop a fraction in front of you, you won't have a clue what it is. But you have, until you have learned the fundamentals, the basics coming up. Everything is like that. Okay, we have the color yet? What's the 10%?
Sharika says burgundy, 10 cushions.
Yeah, burgundy is 10%.
And
What
somebody's
30%? Yeah, 10% orange pillows, yeah. Burgundy 10, the cushion, yeah. What's the 30%? 30%. See the color, but I don't even know which color is it, what to call it. See, Tony?
It's kind of difficult, this one. Someone's calling it beige, 60%.
And that beige would be where? In the headboard and in the picture, right? And then the sheet and the walls make up the 60%. Straight lines again are the pictures and the headboard. Or where are the textures?
Somebody's saying white is a 30%.
No, sir. White is not a color. White is blank space. I don't even see no white in this. Oh, white is in the lamp.
Yeah, it's also in the painting.
And a little in the painting.
And it's in the pillows at the back.
No, the pillars in the back are just buffer. We shouldn't even see those pillars in the back. It's who make up this bed.
Uh, my only disappointment is that they should have ironed the bedspread.
Yeah, smooth it out. Eh?
Mhm.
I think 60% is the bedspread and the wall and the covering of the pillow, and the 30% is the headboard, and the same color is being picked up in the picture, and the same color is being picked up. Now the wood, it looked like a wood finish on the mirror. That's good. Wood on the side piece. That's good. Textures are in the bedspreads and the headboard. Lines are in the blinds and in the picture. All right. You have any questions, Tony? Yes,
Um,
yeah, you got it. So you guys get a little, so you can go now redecorate your room using the color theory. Using, make sure you have some textures going on. So you can have shine too, you know. You can have texture, you can have glass, you can have two different something at top. But maybe I can look up my thing and tell you like what it is next week. I look back from a course. I have it is online, right, Tony? I think it's an online we had bought.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I went there. So we can look at it.
Currency was asking if there's a meeting for Riverside today.
Not today. We're looking at that Mobe property on Tuesday. So after that, then I'll have the meeting. And I hope to get to some more next week as well. Not just that particular one, but others. So that we can start looking and have the discussion.
Mhm. And Safi is saying quite a few Airbnbs are now long-term rentals as the monetary gain versus effort required is not sustainable. You get less money for a long-term rental. People need to research and not assume it's a get-rich-quick scheme.
Well, in everybody's heads, and if every business is get rich quick scheme, nobody wants to do the work, right? Nobody wants to do the work. But as your investment book tells you, well, it tells us, those of us who are in millionaire clubs and so on, what happened to the Airbnb people? Oops, is that they also act as a landlord, right, Tony? They act as a landlord. They only have one or two listings. Even if them have 10, them still a landlord. So they're running here, running there, running up them teeth, them red.
If you have 10 listings, that's basically like a boutique hotel. Yeah,
Them all over the place.
them all over the place.
Yeah, they're not getting economies of scale because your monopoly game told you sell out the 10 and have one big hotel, buy one big red hotel. So they're not doing it as a business, right?
Mhm.
They have no strategy. They just know, oh yeah, I see this place, I like it. I like Drexel, I like Fairway, I like this, I like that. And them just buy it because maybe they're a big income earners already and them can actually get loan or, and they get it and then them running from here to there, oh the toilet leaking, oh call the plumber. Oh, they don't have the hot water. Oh, but they're like they're frazzled. They're gonna be frazzled doing that. It's not that it's not making any money. It's just that they don't have. They start at A. So when you're in school, you learn your ABC, 1, 2, 3. I hear Xander going up to what 30 now, counting up to 30. So you have to step, guys. So the problem is when they buy one, they either hang out with one and they try to make it work, but it's not working and don't have economies of scale. And buy another one, still not working, can now they have one in a New Kings and they have one way across town in a St. Anne. I say, oh, they go and sell some place on a mobile. I'm going to run to buy one. So then buy next one on a mobile. Now you have three different Persian try and manage. When the logical thing to would have been to do is, as Monopoly teaches you, is sell the 4 little greenhouse. I said, oh guys, it's a greenhouse. Sell the 4 greenhouse. Buy a big red hotel. That way you have economies of scale. The cleaner is one place, the gardener is one place,
You
everything is one
are
place.
one place. You are one place.
You are you are one place. So I'm telling you how to do the Airbnb, but nobody does listen to me. So go run up and down all over the place.
Mm.
Safi, you said them don't worry, them realize I'm not making any money. That's why they're not making any money, Safi. Them is the head cook and buckle washer. They have not converted to business and they have not converted to a system.
Yeah. Systems are important.
Systems are important. KFC, Burger King, Wendy's, all of those fast food places have systems, which is why they can plop a Burger King in New Kingston and it work, plop a Burger King in Mobile and it work, and so on. They have systems plus they have economies of scale. So look at a Burger King, look at a KFC. About 1,000 customer come through the daily. Why? Them know them getting the same burger, the same barbecue chicken, the same spicy chicken, right? At that price. So the price will fluctuate within the Airbnb and always a change of price. Oh, it's peak season. Make a change of price. Oh, it's this and that. More make a drop the price. And oh my God, I talk about thing dynamic. What's a dynamic about it? So them and then I find that the Airbnb people tend to react. They react quick to market things going on. Oh, you know that thing that coming in to do a show. Make a raise up the price. Once somebody raise up, everybody raise up. People then get weary. I'm just going to the hotel and them can just spend $100 on them door. Right? Because they even though hotels will drop their rates, they don't drop rates like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You can be confident of a hotel rate. Right?
Okay.
You have to run it like a business. So those of you in Airbnb, you really probably need to look, refocus, and go buy a hotel now. That's Monopoly game teacher, that's not me. You doing it? Oh my God. Yeah.
Lorna says, thanks again, Claudia, for Jordan number, the premix man. I get a $40,000 difference and it includes the workmen.
Okay, excellent, Lorna. So, but just remember to pay attention. Your mason must be on site to set up the card lines. Oh no, hold on. You have the concrete, you have the roof. Yeah, them still must be on site to check to set up the card line for the levels because your roof you want a 6-inch pour.
And Staffy says, are you aware of the new developments in Ocho Rios, Milford Ridge, and Palacio Riviera?
I think I heard of Milford Ridge. Milford Ridge is on Milford Road. That's a road that take you to Fern Gully from Oceanside, right?
We've heard of Palacio.
Palacio Riviera.
Yeah, man. It's where's our little piece of land? That road go up. What's that road, mommy?
Where?
Pyramid.
Breadnut.
Us and go up some more.
Breadnut.
They're on the left.
Oh, they're on Breadnut Hill. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So Palavero, that's the name? That's on Breadnut Hill, right. I've heard of Milford. Milford Ridge is going to be a good one. That one will probably sell out really fast because that's on the main. And also sure Palacio Riviera, they're actually selling. But you know, you guys have been on my channel for so long. But I know you should be thinking of doing your own developments. Really, yes. That's what Ecosted and that's what Ecosted is about.
Oh, but they can't do their own developments without your book. You need to write a book.
I am writing a book. But those of you with land still, because I do act as project manager for other first people and their estates, you know. So I take you straight to subdivision approval and then let you go. Well, not really let you go, but You're on your own after that. Find your funding, find your people, them do your thing. But I can take you from conception, from the idea to getting the approval. And it costs enough money, yes.
Marsha T said, "Good morning. So true. In this time, a person has to be prudent to look at economy factors and price points. B&Bs are so high, and my uncle and my family booked a hotel for October cheaper."
Yeah. We're going to the Thorpe conference and we just booked into the hotel, right?
Mhm.
In early today, Miss D. I'm early today, Miss D. Oh, that's Jovan. We should look at an episode where we look at prospective rental properties and look estimated returns on investment. Jovan, not that difficult. Um, we do that almost every week. We do something like that, man. Where we
Not
look at the
rental.
cost. The cost. All right. So, what's a mortgage? First of all, cash flow is what you want if you're doing it as a business. Cash flow is what? Income minus expenditure equal cash flow. So you can have either positive or negative cash flow. So if your income is $10, expense is $5, cash flow is $5, and that's a positive cash flow. However, if your income is $5 and your expense is $10, then you have minus $5, you have a negative cash flow. That is the very fundamental thing that you're looking at. So when you buy a property, your mortgage is 200,000 and the rent is 100,000. That is just the mortgage expense alone. I've not added the maintenance in these gated communities. I've not added the insurance, the property tax, the maintenance of the property itself. I've not added those things. I've only said the mortgage. So if you look at the mortgage, when the mortgage officer says to you, "Oh, we can give you 20 million, you're going to be paid back 200,000 per month," you have to think to yourself, if I buy this property, so let us say the 29 million Portridge, not Portridge, what's the name of it? Creek. How much is it per somebody? 29 million, right? Tony, jump on your loan amortization. Let me Jovan. So let's do the math. So we're going to do it real fast today. We do it so many times, Jovan. So I am bouncing on my phone as well to see if I can bring it up faster than Tony. Yeah. So you go to loan amortization calculator. You don't need a mortgage officer for this. Just go type loan amortization calculator in Google. Tony type it in there. One is gonna come up. You can open the first one that come up. It don't matter. Calculator.net comes up. Calculator.net. You're gonna put in. So this house is, hold on, Tony. So the banks will give you 10% deposit, 10%, 90% finance talking rubbish. You're going to pay 10% deposit. So you're getting 90%. Let us say the creek, what's it called again? What's the right name? Chester Creek. How much I said was Chester Creek? 29 million?
I thought it was 25, but maybe it raised.
29, no man. It was in our email at 29, I think. 29 something. So it's 29 million. Let us say it's 29 million. Times 10%. So you're going to pay 2.9 million deposit. All right. The bank is going to give you 90%. So your loan is 26 million. Drop 26 million in that now, Tony. 26,100,000. Well, let us say it's 26 million. The maximum term you can get, let us say you're under 30 years old, you're going to get a 40-year mortgage. Let's put that there. Interest rate is almost at 10%. Calculate, Tony. Click calculate. The mortgage, if you take 26 million, your mortgage is 221,000. Are you
Really?
going to be able to find a tenant in Portmore to rent a two-bedroom from you for $221,000 per month minimum? So Marsha asked me to repeat the basics of cash flow. When you're doing real estate investing, you must cash flow. Cash flow can either be positive or negative. Cash flow is equal to income minus expenditure, right? So in this case, the income, the most I see you ringing somebody on to pay in that place is maybe 150,000 a month. What do you think, Tony?
150,000
Mm,
for a two-bedroom.
yeah,
More?
not going sweet.
No, not when everybody else is.
Well, let's see where everybody else is. Let's look at the gated in Portmore and see what they're renting for. Let's do the homework. Let's not speculate. So let's go to the system, get into St. Catherine, gated, and let us see what it is that they're paying. What is it that the others are asking for the rent? Then we can check to see what was actually rented for. Now, if you're buying the property to live, you don't plan to buy it as an investment, then you buy it. But if you plan to buy it as an investment, you have to look at these parameters. It's a New Harbor Village. Tell me them. You're saying in Portmore at Spanish Town, Old Harbor. We're looking for Portmore. These are gated.
Yeah.
Old Harbor, continue. The better cheaper ones. Continue. This is Old Harbor. Try and get to something in Portmore. So it seems as if Portmore would be the more pricey one. Here's a Phoenix, 100,000 for a two-bed, one bath. These on the market 14 days. All right, continue.
Another Phoenix here.
Another Phoenix, 100. So the Phoenix looking like is 100.
Two more Phoenix here.
All right.
Phoenix. Phoenix.
You have steep competition in a Phoenix rent.
Ooh.
Everybody getting the houses now and trying to rent.
You see the man there?
Huh?
Where's the manor? Cedar Manor. Must be an old and gated community.
You can't compare that. I don't think that have a swimming pool. This one is gonna have a swimming pool.
Phoenix do have a swimming pool.
Right, so we're not comparing Phoenix. But scroll down, let me see where. Let me see if I can find a Caymanas Country Club or any of those. Colbeck is at how much? 120. That's in Old Harbor. Ah, Phoenix. Everybody I rent out Phoenix. So the market flooded now. If you want $100,000 rental now, you can get it easily in Phoenix. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down.
The Caribbean estate here.
Do have a pool. But you see, that's 145,000. Two beds, two baths. And most persons probably won't even care for the pool. Similar, so it's a townhouse. 145,000. Trying to find, scroll down. Phoenix. Is there any Caribbean estates? Or is there a Portridge here now? So Portridge, two bed, two bath. I think they have a swimming pool. Click on it.
So up here, 74 days.
On palm tree. It seems nice and big. Or is a wide angle picture this I'm looking at.
It's a wide angle picture, but the kitchen is big because if you notice, there is at least three, four cabinets at the base.
Continue.
A good space.
Do they show the swimming pool? I think this one has a pool in it. No,
Mm-mm.
they
The
don't
last
show the pool. In the write up, it says it has a pool.
one. Oh, my son, like he getting a cold.
Again, not really. My nose are running, just my sinus draining. What else? What you have? It has a pool? No?
I don't see anything but a pool.
No pool? I could have sworn there's a pool. All right. What else you seen for rent?
Or Rich seems to be trying to do the 165.
Caribbean Estate there.
Or is it Caribbean Estate?
That's where Caribbean Estate, that's right.
It's that Cape Manor,
Cayman has a pool. How much is that one?
175.
All right. So you see, you have so many choices way below 200. And let's go back to the loan amortization. How much is it? 221,000. So right off the bat, you would be in a negative cash flow. And you'll be praying that you have price appreciation. But price appreciation, how is that going to help you? You're not selling. Price appreciation only help if you're selling, right? But you will be losing. You're at a loss position of, let us say, you manage to get it rented for 150. You're at a loss position of 75,000 every month. And that does not include the maintenance. I forgot to ask how much is going to be the maintenance. Anybody knows what's the maintenance in here?
In where?
In
Oh, in Cedar Creek?
Creek, yeah. What's the maintenance?
I don't know.
All right.
But mom, is there any way this would have been profitable in
No,
terms of your cash flow?
no.
So what I'm trying to
You
understand.
could do Airbnb, but I still think you have a profitable. If you go with no, if you go with $100 a night times 20 maximum, you'll probably get 2,000 US times 150, 300,000. But out of that, you're gonna pay the mortgage at 221. You leave with 79,000. Out of that 79,000, you're gonna now pay light bill, water bill, the cleaner, the internet bill. Mm. But you would clear the mortgage. You'd have probably break even. Probably, if you can keep it rented for 20 days at $100 a month, $100 a day.
In high season, but what about low season like now?
Low season,
Mm-hmm.
$100 a month. That's what I'm saying. That's the minimum you could rent it for. $100 a month. Keep it rented for 20 days. You must get 20 days.
Someone is asking a question.
Did you answer? I feel like you missed some questions at the top. You need to
Yeah,
double back.
I'm going back to them. Um, Alea was saying hotels have a system in their pricing. They price according to luxury you will experience in community. And Fire Youth is said, glad to hear you mention Fern Gully area because my friend's grandmother was just telling me that she had some land up there. I need to go see if she's trying to get rid of it.
And if what?
Trying to get rid of it.
She is? Why she don't ask us to sell it?
No, he needs to find out if she's trying to get rid of it.
Oh, he's gonna find out. Oh, that's bread not till.
Yeah. Staffy on the other hand is saying Courts Draxall up and running, but Draxall desperately needs ATMs and at least one bank. We just need Island Grill, Juicy, and Bird Shack and Popeyes to give KFC a run for their money. It tastes better.
I can guarantee you that if all of those people come there, the KFC line will still be the longest line.
I know because all those things are up by Sovereign and up by Ligony, and the two KFCs are there, and they're still the busiest out of all of them.
Yep. Even the Boulevard, you have Burger King, you have in the same plaza, you have Burger King, you have Island Grill, you have KFC, and I guarantee you, the KFC line still the longest.
Yeah.
People just go to Burger King and the rest of them because them look on the KFC line and say, I can't bother. Make we just go.
Yeah, I seriously think that's what they do.
Yeah, like we were trying to get KFCs, which day we stayed on with Savon. Friday.
Friday.
And his dad drove out to go get the KFC and then call him. You reaching the line at the KFC? You're no sir. Couldn't bother but drive go to wait, where the place is?
Popeyes.
Popeyes. Drove to Popeyes. You see? If you have a fast food, it suits you to go beside a KFC.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are going to get business simply because KFC line is long. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Just go there. You could have the worst food. It's still a sale.
I know, like Island Grill does really well in Sovereign, and I think that's because KFC line is always full.
Always long. Always long. I mean, oh my gosh. KFC line out the door. A roll, and then worse. When the school have a trip. No, seriously though, KFC, you need to do better than that. If a school call you and say, oh, I have 100 kids coming by 12 o'clock. Because I was in there, I got caught with that rush with them one day. Why didn't you make preparation for these kids coming? Why didn't you pre-package the food? And when them come, you say boom, boom, boom. Are them pre-sending the order? Every kid had them $1,000 in them on ordering. The kids should go on the app and order, and then you package the thing, and when them come, you hand it to the teacher, and the teacher distributes.
That's more of a school thing. That's not a KFC thing. I'm sure them never tell KFC they were coming.
No, they told KFC. I heard the lady said, "Oh, we expected them at 12:30, but they came at 12." But I'm saying, even so, they should encourage the schools to order online. I'll send a list manually if you want with the order, and then the teacher collects up these kids' monies and whatever, and handle it. I mean, also it was chaos.
And most of those kids ordering the same thing,
Yeah, the kids want to make pure nice, and it was just awful. The little space. Come on, KFC, do better than that. Organize yourself better than that.
Boy, but you know, we're saying it must go KFC at 10 o'clock, 10 to 11.
Every child wants a KFC. Imagine them reach top of the line and the KFC done. Trauma.
All right, Claudia has a question. If someone buried on their land, do I still pay tax?
Yeah. What do you mean?
She expanded the question. If someone is buried on their land, should the family still pay the land tax? Can you tell me if it falls under the same laws as the cemetery laws?
Trust me, you don't want to declare your land a cemetery. If you declare your land a cemetery, it is unsellable. Oh, you're gonna sell it after that. Unless you sell it to another cemetery. No, you pay the same land tax. So depending on how long the person is buried, a couple of things can happen. You can either, what the man call it, you can either exhume the body, move it to the real cemetery, depending on the age, right? Or if it's very, 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 very old, you can know. What is the word? There's a term, but it means for I'm doing this. It means to somebody it means to I don't want to say destroy. But there's a term because I've had persons call me to sell properties that had graves on it. So you can either exhume the body, that's the correct word, take it to the morgue, take it to the cemetery, real cemetery. Or you can demolish it, but the word is not demolish. That's another word that they use. The word is not destroyed either. There's another word. So the older the grave, there's an age limit. The older the grave, you can now just mash it down or whatever you do. But you don't want to declare your land a cemetery. No, you probably could. Depends. But make sure you cut off the other parts before you do that. So let us say the land is 10 acres. Desecrate, yes. Let us say the land is 4 acres, 5, 10 acres, and this person bury on a part. What you do is cut off the part and then declare that a cemetery. Desecrate. Yes. That's the word I'm looking for. You have another question, Dory?
But in all of that, Mom, it doesn't affect the land taxes. It's still the same, right?
No, the part that is declared the cemetery. I don't think cemeteries pay land tax.
Okay.
I think them exempt, like churches.
Why wouldn't churches pay land tax?
Because back in the day the church controlled. So of course I'm right into the laws that they don't pay tax. You have another question?
So all I have to do is declare my land a church if I don't want to pay tax?
Oh. Yeah. Go through the process. But you have to have a church on it, active.
Okay. So Marsha was saying gated communities rental cost is over 200K in the Portmore area. Jovan says, can pick, choose, and refuse in Phoenix? Marsha says, depends on the subdivision gated communities.
Yeah, no, the rental in Portmore is not over 200 too. As you just saw.
Youth says, I think it's tough to mortgage a $26 million house and then rent it out to pay for itself, plus make profits.
No, it's rough to rent out a 24 million 2-bedroom house in Portmore. You might can have that up in like the one we looked at. No, that was an apartment. 1,800 US. How much is that in Jamaica?
Less 200,000.
So it just depends. But remember what we're looking at. We're looking at a $29 million property in Portmore. That's what we're looking at.
470.
But you might can the apartment if you're in New Kingston, 1,800 for rent, or even let us say 1,005 times 150. That's 225,000 you would be getting. So again, your location is important. Yeah. Some persons just want to live in Portmore. I mean, they work in Portmore already, and they just want somewhere to live. They're not necessarily doing foreign investment like that. Anything else?
Marsha said rental is 1,300 to 1,500 in Portmore gated community. If you planned on renting long term, why not?
1,500 what? US?
I guess why not buy your own land, add a rental to the property for B&B, not a gated community.
Uh-huh.
Someone wants to know why Colbert Manor rent more expensive than in Phoenix, Portmore. Well, Colbert are bigger houses.
And they have a pool. They have more amenities. Anything else?
The Buffalo saying Claudia for Bellacre Estate duplex at 700 square feet for 21.5 million, which is 143K US. Some commenters felt it was too high. How do you feel about it? Is it only 100 off less than 800?
All right, put it this way: 21 million duplex, as opposed to a 29 million duplex in Portmore. Well, right away you have a 9 million difference. Let us see if it can cash flow. What is the square footage? Is that square footage correct, Tony? You're supposed to
Yeah,
know.
roughly. Yeah,
700 square footage.
yeah, roughly.
So remember, you're not looking at square footage. What you're looking at is the utility value, the location. You're looking at your competition too. Let's look. Did you see anything in Spanish Town for rental? In gated, Tony.
Is she talking about rentals though?
What's she talking about?
I think she just asking the cost of the property. Some commenters felt it was too high. How do you feel about it?
Commenters felt it was too high.
Yeah, I think they're commenting that the price at 21 million for 700 square feet is too high.
All right. I'll answer the standard answer that I always give when people talk about expense. If it's expensive to you, it's because you can't afford it. So I learned this from my grandaunt. If you're looking at cheese tricks for $50 and you don't have $50 in your pocket, cheese tricks is going to look expensive. Because the truth is, somebody's gonna come and buy the cheese tricks for $50 because that person have $50 in their pockets. Now, what you're looking at also is what you're also looking at is what else is available. So let us look what is available in gated in Spanish Town, Tony.
All right, one moment.
No, if it's not available, if it's not available, you don't have an option. Besides, these houses were already being sold. Remember, we sold out phase one. I was sold out some of phase two. Some were not sold, so those come up now to be sold because we finished them now. Inflation in the period, they're telling you that inflation is only 6%, not Nagasa. Inflation is like 100%. You're now paying $1,000 for one tomato in Jamaica. I think I showed you that the other day. Do I still have the pictures, Tony? So, starting will tell you, oh, inflation was only 6, 7, and 8%. Are you serious? When the bread price moved by 100%. It's the same economy that developers are in, right? So if the cost of living itself went up by 100%, remember, everything is imported. The only thing we have here is sand and gravel and blocks, because we make blocks out of sand and gravel. Everything else on that house is imported. Every single thing. Even the little doorknob and the latch, everything else is imported, right?
And the labor thing has gone up because, again, the inflation.
Yes, the inflation is worldwide as well. What else is there? To make it bigger, I can't see it. We're looking at gated, specific to Spanish Town. You're in Old Harbor. I want you to be specific to Spanish Town.
Okay.
Spanish Town is closer to St. Andrew than Old Harbor. And Portmore is closer. And you must choose house, not townhouse. It must be a house. Research, it must be a house. All right. How many have in Spanish Town Gate? Only 16 listings? All right, fine. So a 2-bedroom in the Brunswick. Go back up.
They're all Brunswick.
Only 2-bed in the Brunswick coming up. All right. Well, I guess because it's a townhouse, it's kind of like a townhouse.
I chose house too, but no houses came up right now.
All right. So your competition is search. So if you want a gated community in Spanish Town right now, your only option is 40 million for New Brunswick Village and Brunswick. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. What's the square footage?
1,152.
1,152. This has been on the market for how much days?
500 days.
500 days. So this has been on the market for 1 year and look like 4 months. Has been on the market trying to sell for $40 million. Look nice. This is even more expensive than the Creek. Silver Creek, it's called. What kind? Chester Creek. Chester Creek. This is even higher price than Chester Creek in Portmore. So if you were choosing, if you wanted a townhouse and you look at this and you look at Chester Creek, you might go with Chester Creek because it's $10 million lower than this and the Brunswick. And so where is the competition? If you're in a price point of 20 million, you can't buy a $40 million house in a Spanish Town and you want to be in Spanish Town. So really and truly, the 21 million in Spanish Town is your next option. That's your next option, really. Right? Now, when I look at a shoes or a handbag, the other day I look at a handbag. I was passing in Sovereign and it was 65,000 Jamaican dollars in a handbag. And my first thought was, oops, too expensive. Then my second thought was, Claudia, you can't afford it. That's why I think it's too expensive. So me have to thank my Aunt Dolly for teach me sense, right? Because she was from England. She was a pensioner. When I used to go to the supermarket with her and I was picking up things, we used to go to the bank, get the money, the pension, then we go to the supermarket and we're going to buy things. And when she was the one who took me when my father threw me out and made a box around the place and she eventually took me. She said, Claudia, put it down. Put it down. You don't have any money in your pocket. So everything looks expensive. Put it down. Damn right. She was so right. So I have that lesson with me. When I walk into the house, well, no, I buy as an investor. I don't really buy anywhere to live, right? My children will probably buy it to live, but they shouldn't really because they have somewhere to live. So they should also think in terms of as an investor. And as an investor, you're trained to buy the investment vehicle that you can afford at the time that will cash flow. Let us see the rent in Spanish Town. You're not trained to buy on a whims or a, oh no, that looked too expensive, oh no, whatever. And you must remember, you also have the option to build your own house. A lot of persons don't want to build because they think it's a lot of headache, but the headache is worth it.
Only 2 things for rent in Spanish Town.
Two things are renting Spanish Town. Where are they? One is at the same Bel 70,000. And one is, where's the other one?
Jacaranda,
Jacaranda. Two bed for how much?
60.
I remember when these were selling for 6.5. I went and looked at them as well. Thought they were really cute. Small but cute. How much are renting for?
60.
You said 60? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your choice is between a Jacaranda 60 and a Belacre at 70. Most persons buying a Belacre will have their NHT to use. So that would bring their price down a little bit for them. But let me see if you can. Any Airbnb in the space, Tony? Give me a circle on the Airbnb map. Let me see if there's how much they're rent for. Mm, yes, I see Jovan drop some if you bought before the inflation. You're smiling to the bank right now. Yes, but only if you sell, Jovan. If you never sell, if you don't sell, you're not smiling. Well, you're smiling in that your mortgage would have been lower, yes. Remember what drives prices is demand. Demand and supply. As you can see, if you really want to live in Spanish Town, what are your choices? The choices is that you want to buy is Palmetto Pines, Belacre, and the ones out on the Brunswick, the new Brunswick. Use your map, want to circle just the space, the St. John's Road, the Brunswick, just that space. I need to see if there are any rentals in the area.
I can't circle it,
Well,
but I
Zoom,
guess mm, was
Zoom,
Jacaranda here.
what's the rental?
Eight 8,792.
8,000 a night.
But there's a one for 7,100.
7,000 per night. How much US that? So let's say 7,000 per night. They can keep it rented for 20 nights. They should be able to make 140,000 gross. I don't know what the mortgages or anything. But if they bought it at the 6.5, then the mortgage wouldn't be high.
Somebody in a civil at 9,500.
Seville, Seville 1, 2, or 3.
Um, like civil two, no civil three.
I want to zoom in specifically on St. John's Road.
Gotcha.
Let me see what's the competition like. And you must remember to people, you must go where there's no competition or very little or demand high. So it's two things in business. Demand is high. So like demand is high for KFC chicken. So you go beside them. Demand is high. Or there's scarcity. So let us say there is no KFC chicken in St. Thomas. You go to St. Thomas because no fried chicken place like that is not there. So a bird shop now or a Popeyes would suit to go to St. Thomas because there's no KFC there or they use demand. So everything is either this in demand or it's short supply. So that's how you know where to go. Oh, somebody asked about TV country clubs. How come you never come up on your search, Tony? Isn't it in Spanish Town?
It is. But
Oh,
maybe it's not a gated community. Is that gated community?
there's a gated man, TV, just below Bellevue. You find anybody on St. John's Road?
Um, yeah.
Who?
Civil. They're all
Sevilla, Civil have
Yeah.
an apartment, not a whole house. Huh? It's a studio. Is it civil?
It's look like angels. I don't get why this came up and I'm zoomed into civil.
All right, so guys, if you have an idea of what it is, go back to the other system and see if TD Country Club, maybe the listing expired. I don't know. But it should have come. Oh, you didn't choose, did you choose houses?
Yeah. I think maybe because I chose gated community.
It is gated. You see, usually persons who complain about prices don't have, in terms of houses, don't have the ability to buy. I'm complaining about right now about $1,000 tomato. Truth is, I can fork out $1,000 and buy a tomato. But
But you just rather complain.
I rather complain. And why am I complaining anyway? Well, I'll tell you why I'm complaining. Because I think the government of Jamaica have blundered, right? They're focusing on the wrong thing. And this is both sides of government focusing on the wrong things here right now. Both the who in power and who not in power. When the hurricane blew, we knew that we would have had a shortage with certain food items. We knew that. We knew that we were going to be in scarcity in another 2 to 3 months. We knew that. Therefore, we should have taken steps to mitigate this. We should have imported goods, and the government of Jamaica should not have relied on private sector to import food. The government of Jamaica have the ability to import themselves. So they should have imported the items that were going to be short and control the prices. And don't allow private sector, the farmers and everybody to run away with the prices. No, that is why I'm complaining. Anybody agree or disagree with me? Let me know in the chat. That's why I'm complaining. How can we, a family, take $10,000 to the market to feed a family of four, mother, father, two kids, and be faced with a bill where one tomato is $1,000? So what the next 9,000 gonna buy? How it gonna feed a family for the whole week? It can't. By no stretch of the imagination.
To give up tomato.
Yeah, it's not about whether I can afford it or not. What about everybody who has to eat, feed them family, go to school, and do all these things? This is what I'm saying. The government of Jamaica should have led the way in this. They should have imported the items, right? They should have, government themselves should have imported the items that were going to be short. Control the price. That is what we care about. We need the ability to feed our family. If we're working, so if me I work, me can't feed my family. Come on. Me get up every day and me go work. How is it possible that when me get my pay, me can't feed my family? That is basics. Even if me can't pay my light bill and my rent and my mortgage and this, I must can feed my family. So I think that in the government of Jamaica blundered in that. So did the opposition, because that is what you should have been talking to the government about, and getting the government to do the imports and do what's necessary. But everybody sit down and them have them own interests at heart, not the people. We cannot pay those ridiculous prices for food, right? The people in the working class will eat yam, banana, potato, tomato, cucumber, you name it, and that we eat. So we need to be able to purchase those things at a reasonable cost based on the income that we receive. The man we earn minimum wage, you're really expecting to buy them something at that price? Come on, man. Nah. Our energies should have been focused on ensuring that we have price stability in the food market. Not paying $200 for one planting and $1,000 for one salad tomato.
Tealy Country Club is now showing up, Mom, but it's not listed on the Spanish Town. It's listed on the Bellevue Heights.
Okay. So this is Tea Country Club. You're asking how much is it?
It is 31,850,000
for the 2-bed.
Mm-hmm.
2-bed 1 or 2-bed 2?
Yes, 2-bed 2.
Ouch. I'm looking for the deer tomato if I can still find it. Tony, you still have it in your chat? If you don't think it's joking.
I mean, you've shown that tomato twice. No one thinks you're joking.
Oh, let me show the tomato 2 times already.
Yeah.
I mean, them ridiculous.
All right, so Tealy's there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm looking at
is either Tealy at 31 or Acres at 21. Again, it's a $10 million difference. So yeah, what is your budget? What can you afford?
Mm-hmm. And there's a Green Acres here for sale too, at 4-bedroom 2-bath for 31 million. But it's here 200 days on the market, and it's because it's not in a gated community.
Yeah, gated community is the way that people want to go. But remember, Palmetto Pines is giving you another option of buying the land and building your nice 2-bedroom house same way.
And this house is nice.
That's Green Acres, you said?
Green Acres, yeah. Mm-hmm. They say that duplex house. It looks like they renovated it too. It doesn't look so old. To have 2 kitchen, 2 everything.
2 everything. The duplex. Well, 2 sides.
2 sides.
And you have land space. Right. So now all the other things going on in government, I don't care. I just want to be able to buy my food at a reasonable cost and go about my business. That's it for me. You can't say I'm selfish. Yes, I'm selfish. I just don't want to pay $1,000 for one tomato. Now, if you get that right, I'm good. And I don't know, again, why the government waited and did not do what they needed to do as a government to keep food at the Jamaican people table at a reasonable cost. We could have imported from so many countries, so many places we could have imported from and keep the price down. But we allow private sector interests and all of that to be doing what they're doing. Come on, Jamaica government, they expect better than that. You're not thinking about the people. So we were talking about the belly ache and the prices. Well, as you can see, the belly ache is still at the lowest price in Spanish Town right now. Right. So we touched on a couple topics today. One was the Airbnb. So I told you what I think about that. You should follow the monopoly, what the monopoly people say, and you would probably have a better result. We touched on how buying as an investor, what you need to look for. You need to look for cash flow. So you need to make sure your income minus your expenditure gives you profit, right? Mm-hmm. Now, there are 2 ways you make money as an investor when it comes to real estate. One is cash or capital gain, and one is cash flow, right? Cash flow is income minus expenditure. I'm giving positive cash flow. So not just cash flow, but positive cash flow. Because you can have negative cash flow as well. The other one is cash. This is where you buy the property and you sell it back. And you get the cash. Some properties are better than others for that. Some properties, it's easy to buy them and sell them back because the demand is high. That's how you know when to which areas to buy for that. Because if you plan to buy it and sell it back, the demand in the zone must be high, right? If you plan to buy it and rent it out, the demand for rental must be high. Traditionally, places where demand is high for rentals is places close to universities, hospitals, places that are in a town, a city. So like the city of Montego Bay, the city of St. Andrew, city of Portmore. They must be close to those places, right? Back in the day, we had a bauxite company. So where you have a plant, like a bauxite plant. So like if the Chinese decide to come now and give us an automobile part, plant, or a plant that makes phones, then you know rental is going to be in demand in those areas, right? So when you're investing, just remember that oh guys, you need to go read some books on investing if you're buying these properties for investment, or you join our book club. So our book club members go through certain books, and then we move into the Millionaire Club, which is where we get into the nitty gritty of um, investment, right? So we're getting the nitty gritty of it. You can now understand what is the strategy, how do I build my own strategy, which area of the market am I going to focus on, because it also teaches you that you must niche. You can't, in a business section, then you jump over, you go away. So in an Airbnb, which is a niche, then you go in a senior housing. They say, oh, look like Claudia make some money over there so with them students. Them run go over there so. They say, oh, one hospital just build up right there so and me run go. Oh, boy, the Chinese, I'm going to put some phone on. Why teaches it a niche? Teaches it a niche so that you can learn and build on your skills. Remember what I said, you learn 1, 2, 3 first. A, B, C first. You don't know the fundamentals, you cannot build on it. So building a house, your foundation of good. That's why I tell the homeowners, I said, don't rush us in a foundation. In the foundation, we have to dot every I and cross everything on the foundation. If we don't do the foundation good, we ain't got no house. Don't care much pretty door and pretty window I put up, we ain't got no house. If that foundation, I go sink, I go crack, I go do all kind of fanciness down the line. Alright, guys. So remember that.
Mom, some questions before you go.
One question.
Duncan wants to know if my grandmother owned land, can her grandson take steps to acquire it? Both she and my father are now deceased.
Yes, you can, but it means you have to probate 2 will. Probate your grandmother. Did your grandmother only have 1 child? If your grandmother had more than 1 children, all those children's names would now have to be on it. And if all of them die, all of them have to go probate. The way around that, though, is if you have been living on the property donkeys and donkeys of years, you can just try and acquire it by adverse possession. That's it. That's the way around the probating of how many wills. Or you can just take possession, live in it, do what you need to do. You see, everybody, as much as I said to you, get your name on a title, get your name on a title. It's because I know that some of you have never bought a property. Your name is not on any title. It's important, yes, that your name is on a title. It's also equally important that you're in possession. So you can have a property in a St. Anne, you gone a foreign, and all you're doing is paying the taxes. You're not in possession. Somebody can move in, hang out in it for 12 years, then claim it. Because they are in possession. They mean they're cleaning the place, keep on care, call it, and doing all kind of things. Living there, them in possession. Must be in possession. Couple ways you can be in possession. You can rent the property to somebody and collect the rent every month. That way you are in possession, right? You can make sure the place is clean by sending a gardener there or whatever. Keep it, you care it just the same. You can't just leave it and gone, then you would have abandoned the property. So you have family members who want property here like this young man. You need to make sure if it's just land, it is properly fenced. You might lease it to a farmer. You say, okay, lease is $100 a year. Make sure you pay the farmer, make sure the farmer pay you. Because if the farmer goes on under a rent or a lease, him can't claim adverse possession on you. Because it's you put it in there. Right? So your father died, your grandmother died. If it's over 12 years, I would say go adverse possession once you are on the property. Mhm.
Shanridge says, I need a good rental company in Falmouth. I have a house in Longwood Manor.
Oh. Good rental company. You can call who all over the place these days. Who have the most agents? Keller Williams.
Gorzang has the most agents.
Or Gorzang. You can call Gorzang or Keller Williams. What's Gorzang number? Hold on. Gorzang. Let me get the book number. It's on my phone. He works out that side too. Garfield. Write the number down, 384-4070. I'll drop in that chat. 384-4070. Garfield Gorza. Call him. He owns Gorza Brokerage. He should be able to can do it.
Say the number again, Mom.
384.
384.
Yeah, 4070. Une. Oh, you have another question?
I have tons of questions, but I don't know if we have time. So
run through them now. 10 to 8. Run through them. Say I can bounce them way. But bowl them, Tony. Bowl them. Bowl them quick and fast.
I'm coming. The Buffalo says, not that I agree with JA prices should run so high, but I notice properties are increasing similar as US pricing, and you could not get a newly built for a 2-bedroom for 143K. And Currency says, same people complain about Phoenix, they don't own, so they don't know the price of anything.
That's true. They don't own. Mm-hmm.
Wayne wants to know any resale in Palmbrook Estate. If yes, what's the price?
7 million. What lot was selling?
157? 158? I think it's 157.
You can WhatsApp us. We send it to. We send the video to you. Mm-hmm. Or it's on our channel.
Jovan says, big up down to Ollie. And Jovan says, if you bought before the inflation, you are smiling at the bank right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Iris says, Claudia, what is the status of the apartment at Tealy Country Club at Bellevue in Spanish Town in terms of price and availability?
Oh, I think we answered that one already.
No, not for the apartments.
Tealy Country Club apartment too?
That's what
yes. I need to check that if it's available. I think I saw where they had one available. If you want one, let me know. That's WhatsApp me, I'll check it.
Kendrick says, hello, missing for a hot minute, was in Jamaica.
I hope you get the sunshine, not the rain.
Sharika says, agreed, Miss Davis. Prices are ridiculous. Monica says it's ridiculous. Jovan says, very true. Private sector making millions off people's backs. The thing is, you need to be in private sector and make some millions too.
Everybody can be private sector too. We have to have a balance, man. That's where the government comes in. We need a balance.
We need better government.
Better governance. Yes.
Government don't want to be involved with that logistics. Our government is lazy. All they do is money.
What? They need to be involved. They're there to serve the people.
Not only that, too, if they don't feed us, how must go vote?
Yeah, they need to be involved. If me cranky, when voting time come and me cranky, but vex me and me can't buy a tomato. Come on, man. You know what amazes me though? What amazes me? Every time I buy a box food, and yesterday I was in Portmore doing this work with Rambo. And we're spinning a Waterford. And we were able to buy breakfast for $600. Bread, food, this, that. I'm saying, like every time I buy one of those food, I say to myself, how are they able to give me this box food? So the prices were 600, 700, 800. I don't think $1,000 dip on the board for the breakfast. I talk about enough food. Food will full my belly. Me never hungry again till in the evening. Me jump in a yo and go buy something. And again, when I jump into yo and buy something, I could buy a small food, the burger box, for $750 with one piece of chicken, the rice, and the veg. So they're still able to do it. I'm thinking something is wrong.
Oh,
So
but you have to remember,
still,
rice is coming from China, which
No,
is
but-
very cheap. The
no,
chicken is made and processed here, so Best Dress and CB's keeping those prices steady for a reason. And it's cabbage and carrot you're getting. Those things that
cabbage and carrot. Ask somebody who go market how much cabbage and how much I pound for cabbage and carrot. You have any idea?
it's not that cabbage and carrot not that expensive compared to tomato.
Somebody tell me the price of cabbage and carrot. And to think that tomato is easy to grow. Don't worry yourself. When we set up Riverstead, we grow the whole of that. Whole of that. We must find some man when no farming where they can know how to grow them something. Right? Because this is ridiculous.
Kodesh says, do you think the cost of import duties on war for an importer like myself not produce low? Oh, mom, you don't know the import cost right now.
No, but it's on the website, Go to the customs. What's the site name? What's the site called? Jamaica Customs. Type in Jamaica Customs and you'll find that everything is there on it.
Sharika says, I have to be selective when going to the market. Trying to eat fresh is so costly. Have to close my eyes and buy lettuce and tomato and other veggies.
Yeah, man, it's very costly now. And then I'm trying to switch over to, which is why it's annoying me.
Kala Lomomi and Pop Chow. Those things
Yes,
are
Kalalam Pop Chow. Naza. Kalalam Pop Chow. I'm a goat and cow. Naza.
It's because you want table tomato.
What? Yes. Want my table tomato. More I'm a plant, my fried plant. One plant at $200.
Alea says, agree. The government should be masters of food provision for the country.
By now, there should be. And under the government, we had AMC market. We had that, Prices were under some semblance of control. Boy, I don't know, guys. And you have the agriculture school. Why we not push out more people in agriculture? We have agriculture school. The prices shouldn't be so high locally. We can maintain costs. Just like how Best Dress can do it. Well, Best Dress has a process, has a system, and that's the thing, That's beating us. As Tony said, Best Dress can control certain things because they have a system which over the years they have developed the expertise in. I've noticed a company, Copper Pork. What are they called? Copper what? Copperwood pork, copperwood jerk. I don't remember. But they have been able to keep their pork prices steady as well.
Kodesh says, I encourage everyone Start a backyard garden. If no backyard, do container gardening. It saves lots on produce costs.
That you have to do it on a wide scale, because by the time your tomato come in a 1 week, it done. What you do for the next 50 weeks? Still have to go buy the $1,000 tomato.
You have to plant. You don't plant all your tomatoes one time, Mom.
You
Plant.
plant
You
some
plant
this month,
like
some next month.
every 3 weeks so that they keep coming.
They keep
Different
coming.
plants. Well, I think we need a trade deal to plug the gaps. And Nicole says, and then we Jamaican people stop implement import food, and now farmers suffering due to this.
No, you have to import to keep the balance. Like tomato, potato. If US can make potato cheaper and get it here cheaper, then our farmers grow as well. But we have to keep the balance. Who can buy the dear potato local from the farmers buy it? Who need to buy the cheap one where them wash with bleach and them do all kind of things with it? Then that them have to buy it.
But
Who
you know,
have to have the balance? Huh?
I got some local Irish potato the other day, and they were like this size.
And them dirty though.
Yeah. But
Why can't you peel it not no leaf?
But no, I ate it with the skin. But it tastes better.
Well, yeah.
It tastes much better.
Soil. And it don't go through the processing like the ones coming from overseas. Yeah.
I mean, it was so small I had to eat the skin. I couldn't peel that.
I get you. Well, I'm going to get this river state going quickly because, man, this is getting out of hand. All right, where you reach now?
It says, Miss Davis, you read the book, Rich Man, Poor Man. The premise of investing is to buy low, sell high. Real estate is at a peak in Jamaica. I have been waiting for the crash, which will come.
Yeah, you wish you luck with that. Don't hold your breath. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, with our system, the people that own the real estate mostly are just hold it in the crash and then sell after.
Persons only sell here because they probably have to, right? They're not investors like that. And most investors buy and hold. They're not selling. So it is persons are selling for divorce, marriages, death,
loss of income,
but they're not desperate because them usually have a partner somewhere backing them up.
And not only that, loss of income is private treaty, and private treaty is a whole thing in Jamaica that takes a while.
We are not. I'm trying to think. The houses that we have sold, most of them are persons who migrated, who sell now because they're going to buy something overseas, or maybe it's just time to let it go and get back their money. We haven't sold for anybody who in foreclosure. We don't sell foreclosure on private treaty properties.
Actually, we haven't sold for anybody who's in desperate need to sell. They're just selling because they can't bother anymore with the property.
Right.
I want something new.
Yeah. Or the parents have this place so long, parents are overseas with them now. So they decide to sell the property. But you also have to understand the dynamics of this country. In this country, we're a small country. The majority of the lands, real estate is owned by the wealthy families, right? Their money is in real estate. No, they don't want to get up tomorrow morning and the price drop. No, because they're taking loans and so on against their real estate, right? So we have the valuers who keep that in check, who are using comparative sales. So if I sell a Phoenix at 29 million and I come now with a Phoenix and a value, remember say most of the transactions are loan. So persons are going to draw for a value. That value is going to look at that price and say it's 29 million. It's a price. That value is not going to look at it and say, oh, it valued 20 million, which is one of the reasons that would drop price. So even if the person selling you the Phoenix decides to sell you for 20 million, and the valuer says, oh, it valued 29, because that's what the value is going to say, because he sees something else sell just 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 1 year ago for 29 million. When it gets down to the stamp office in Jamaica, who checks these values, because the government of Jamaica, they receive 2% transfer tax of these properties. And they say, oh, why are you selling this for 20 million? It's 29 million was the last sale. They're going to write you a nice little letter and say, oh, the value is 29 million. The taxes due is 2% of 29 million. By this time, everybody up in arms. The seller said, what? 29 million is the value. 2%. If he's a cousin selling you the place, he might say, yeah, go ahead, you pay the 2%, but we still sell it for 20 million. But I can tell you, if it's a market sale, that owner is going to say, what? It valued 29 million? No, man, it's 29 million it's selling for. And put it to the market for 29 million, right? So therefore, that's why we don't have crashes. Another reason why we don't have crash like that. So back in the 70s was on our worst crash. That was when everybody running them because them said communism was coming. We're not under any main controls like that. But since then, for a bank to sell your property, they have to get a valuation. That valuation comes with what's called a for sale value. So let's take the same Portmore property for 29 mil. The for sale value, when you get that valuation, is probably 10% below. So it's probably 26 million. It's going to be the for sale. The bank is not allowed to sell it for less than 26 million. You can take the bank to court and win. The only way the bank can sell that for 26 million is if the bank reaches out to you and say, hey, we only have one buyer, we're trying to sell this for a while because you don't pay the mortgage, 26 million. And you agree for the bank to sell the property for 26 million. You have to agree because you can still get your equity out of the property. I need to go look that up and explain it more to you next week. But remember, which is why you don't have crash like that in Jamaica, because you have a control system between the valuators, the stamp office, and that equity that you have the right to. Those things keep us in check. In Jamaica, nobody walks into the bank and gives them back their keys because they're unable to pay a mortgage. Nobody does that. They're all sitting in this property. You know, man, them all rent out the property and they're not paying the bank a dollar. They're sitting in it. And Jamaicans, we don't sell properties every 5 years like what I see you all, you know. Overseas, we don't. We buy one house and we sit in it and we pay our mortgage and we live in it. Right? There's not going to be any bank crash. If you want to get a property a little below value, look for private treaties where you can offer down to the for sale value. Or you look for foreclosure properties where the bank, they have already foreclosed, meaning they went to the court, got the court to agree that, hey, we have this property so long, this person don't pay no mortgage and don't have no intention of bringing this thing up to value. We need to foreclose. So the court will agree that the bank can foreclose and take the property back from the person. So the bank will foreclose, take off the person's name off the title and put their name on it. So that's what you're looking for. We're having the foreclosure properties now up, Tony?
Yeah, but we don't have time to look at them.
Oh, we don't have time. Or maybe we can look at them. Make a note. We'll look at them first thing next week. Mm-hmm. You have any more questions? Aliyah says 300 pounds of cabbage. I've seen that. $300 a pound, it sounds like for the cabbage, Tony. Can you imagine? So 1 pound of cabbage at $300. That's just one head of cabbage. How much cabbage? How much people that are going to feed? $300. May as well buy. I mean, come on.
Can feed whole lots of people, man, if you add some corned beef to it.
How much your corned beef, friend?
I don't even know because I know it's corned beef.
How much your corned beef?
I know at Xavier School they add sausage to it.
Well, sausage to the cabbage.
Yeah. And then they give you rice.
People them now eat sauce of cabbage and cabbage. Most of them give back the cabbage and eat the sausage. Any more questions?
We do. Marsha says, is it much easier to buy land and build rather than buy a house already built? Um, you may have addressed this in the past chat episodes. Thank you, kindly.
It's not easier to buy and build in terms of the physical build, but it's easier to buy the land in terms of the cash. So the Palmetto Pines at 6.5, it's easier for you to find a 5% or a 10% deposit, 650,000, as opposed to you trying to find 29 million, 10%, which is 2.9 million. So in terms of the cash outlay, it's easier to find the cash outlay for the land. Smaller amount, easier to grasp, easier for you to call up your friends, ask them to help, or your parents, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever, than to stretch your brain to the 2.9 that you do have in your bank account. So in that way, it's easier. Then you get the land. You have more steps. I wouldn't say it's more difficult with land. What I would say is you have more steps to get through. So your first step with the land is to acquire the land. Get your deposit, get your loan, you acquire the land. The next step now was to go do your design. Think of your design, what you want to build, how you want it look, and so on. That can be a process. So you that. Then you go through the process of getting the pre-approval. Those are steps, another 3 months. Then now the next crucial step is finding a contractor to do this. Somebody sensible like myself who know what they're doing. And I wouldn't say I'm the cheapest contractor. I'm not. Let me just declare that, right? So you need to find a contractor now. And then to go through the process, it can take you about 6 months to do a build. It depends on how big the house is. Bigger houses will take a year to build, only for moving parts. So in terms of complexity, it's not complex if you have a good contractor, a good mortgage officer, and so on and so forth. And the land is available. Lots of time the lands are not available. So like Palmetto Pines is available, gated community, walking trail, football, 6-a-side football field, lawn tennis court, netball court. Full perimeter fencing, 24-hour security. And I say fence, I mean wall. Full wall right around the premises, 24-hour security, right? That's available. Lot sizes start at 3,000 square foot all the way up to quarter and even more. Some lots are bigger than quarter. You're gonna build a 2-story house. So I would say it is the steps that are more. And like in anything else, which is why I'm writing the book, in anything else, if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what fractions mean or algebra or even parts of speech, if you don't know what it means, you haven't done the fundamentals, then everything is going to look difficult. You think it is difficult because you have no idea what it is to build a house. Just like how I would think it's difficult to bake a cake because I have no idea how to bake a cake. So I look at the cake, say, yeah, but I'm gonna buy the cheesecake for $1,000 because I have no idea how to bake a cheesecake. I don't. So therefore, anything that you don't know, you haven't studied, you don't understand it, is going to look difficult. But the truth is, to build a house is not. There are so many houses on the island. I would say at least 1 million houses on the island that have been built. So it cannot be difficult, right? You just have to know steps and know what to do. And of course, you hire the professionals to get it done for you. That's what you do. Tony?
All right. So, yeah, I think we can close off now. Yeah,
Okay.
off now.
All right. Thank you, Aliyah, for appreciating us. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you both for taking the time to give us insightful advice and information. I appreciate the insightful knowledge. Thank you. Nothing is difficult, guys. You just have to get into it, start to study, understand the fundamentals. All right, that's key. All right, everybody. Say, Tony. Sylvia says the cabbage is good on its own steam. Like that.
It is.
Good on its own
I had
steam.
cabbage the other day. It is. I had
There was
cabbage
this young lady. When I was younger, I met Madonna was her name. I don't know. I don't know where she is now. Madonna could have make a steamed cabbage. If she made a steamed cabbage again, you not eat nothing else but the cabbage. Nice. And I don't think she put nothing more than black pepper and salt on the cabbage, but the cabbage nice. She used to make it and me used to love it. I used to provide the cabbage, she do the steaming. Nice. I have an investment property ideal for you. How do I email info to you? Okay, so our email is, my email is, drop it in the chat before you leave, Tony. Sivad, S-I-V-A-D. So it's David spelled backwards, right? David spelled backwards, which is Sivad, S-I-V-A-D dot Claudia at gmail.com. Sivad.claudia@gmail.com. You can also WhatsApp me at 876-292-6776. Kaddish says you want to try my coleslaw. Yes, Kaddish. I hope you're part of the River group. And all you people who can cook, I hope you're part of Riverstead. Tony dropped it in the chat.
I
We
did.
try to find this property with this river so we can have a ball and we don't have to worry about them and them food, man. We can live and eat in the same place. So you got that, Esther. Sivad.claudia@gmail.com. You can WhatsApp me to 876-292-6776. I hope by chance you have a land with a river that we can look at. That is what we have our big eyes on. Some people in the group have big eyes. You call them big eyes. They're dreamers, which is good, Just imagine the man who dream up the Disneyland and the Six Flags of this world. All right, thank you so much. I'm heading off to get some breakfast now, Tony.
Remember to put the key in your bag.
Oh, the key. Oh, yes, let me put the key in my bag. But I'm going to buy breakfast, guys. I'm not going to make the breakfast. But I know when I buy breakfast, $1,000. I buy tomato for $1,000.
All right,
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.
Have a good day.